Lead Like a Swede, Navigating New Terrain with Solution-Focused Leadership. I'm Jan Marklund, and in this very first episode, we'll explore one of the cornerstones of Swedish leadership, trust. Trust is not just a management idea. In Sweden, it's part of our history, our culture, and our leadership DNA. In my book, I describe how trust has shaped leadership in Sweden. From the 1938 Saltsjöbaden Agreement, which turned violent labor conflict into cooperation between unions and employers, to the co-determination law of the 1970s. The lesson? In Sweden, managers cannot rely on title or power alone. You must earn trust day by day through dialogue and collaboration. More recently, this tradition even became government policy. Between 2016 and 2020, the Swedish government launched the trust delegation, Delegation in Swedish. The goal was to replace excessive control and reporting with trust-based governance. The results were clear. When leaders trusted professionals, motivation increased, engagement grew, and services improved. This tradition lives on today. When the Swedish fintech company Klarna, in September this year, entered the US stock market, the CEO, Sebastian Siemiatkowski, said that one of their greatest assets is a Swedish leadership DNA in their culture. For him, Swedish leadership isn't about waving flags. It's about authenticity, being secure enough to maybe sometimes laugh at yourself, and building trust across cultures. One of the most powerful stories in my book comes from Ahmad, who fled Syria in 2014. He told me, in Syria, managers owned you. You couldn't raise your voice. Trust was not part of the picture. Arriving in Sweden, working in the banking sector, he was amazed that leaders would listen, sometimes even apologize, and treat employees with respect. He said, in Syria, we had bosses. In Sweden, I discovered we have leaders. A boss tells you what to do. A leader helps you to learn and you grow as a person. I just love that part. Another example comes from Per Mod, who was the operations officer at the fire department in my hometown, Alingsås. He builds trust through solution-focused performance and the talks within there. Instead of focusing on mistakes, he asks questions like, what's working well? What do you want more of? What small step could you take next, and what difference would that make? At first, his team resisted. Are you stepping down as a manager? They asked. But when he explained the research behind all those questions and this approach, they realized he wasn't giving up authority. He was inviting them to take ownership of their own growth. That's how trust is built. In my 30 years, more than 30 years of leadership development, I've seen both sides. Leaders who try to control every detail, and leaders who dare to share responsibility. The pattern is always the same. The more you tighten control, the more trust you lose. The more you invite participation, the more people step up. Trust creates engagement, and Engagement creates results. And trust has to flow in all directions. Vertically, between leaders, up and down, both ways. And horizontally, between colleagues. This is why I call the trust cross. So, to sum up, trust is not letting go of leadership. It's about creating ownership. It is something Sweden has cultivated for a century, at least. It's what companies like Klarna use as a global advantage. It's what leaders like Ahmad experience every day. And it grows stronger through simple, solution-focused conversations. And now to you. What's one thing you could do to build trust in your team? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you want to explore more, subscribe to this channel and check out my book, Lead Like a Swede.